buying secondhand automatically makes you more sustainable?
Why do I buy vintage? Personally, I buy vintage because
On one hand, some buy used since it's already produced, attributing lesser materials used. But if you buy used and discard often, it still ultimately ends up in a landfill.
People in general should just be a bit more conscious of what they are buying.
On the other hand, some don't actively buy secondhand since the onus is on corporations to be more sustainable. But the counter is that if you continue to buy into brands that don't have sustainable practices, you're directly supporting their harmful practices.
brands that mass produce like Shein, there's so much wastage.
These are just some arguments that I know of.
You want to know what's that?
Time Out magazine.
If you don't know, just don't know. don't know.
One use nearby. Free food.
So Yongli, do you think you're sustainable?
I don't think so, bro. I'm a car enthusiast.
Do you engage in any sustainable practices?
I mean, I turn off the light when I go out of the house. And I don't leave my aircon on.
Does it mean you don't think sustainability is important or?
I mean, it is, but sometimes you get carried away, don't you think? You know, please don't cancel me for this. I'm trying my best to do my part. So remember to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for notifications.
Bye, bro.
See you next time, bro.
Take care, bro.
Hey, bye. Take care, see you.
Yeah. So today is the last day of the term, and right now I'm just going to my pop-up store. Okay. So why do you guys buy vintage?
Personally, I buy vintage because I feel that vintage clothes are nicer and also because sometimes they are much cheaper, especially if you go to thrift stores to buy vintage clothing. Yeah. I tend to buy thrift clothes because it suits my style better than the current day trends. Yeah. Actually, buying vintage clothes itself is also very sustainable because if you compare, you buy clothes from these vintage shops compared to buying from like brands that mass produce like Shein, there's so much wastage. So it's much sustainable.
Do you guys do any other sustainable practices other than buying secondhand clothes?
I donate my old clothes to Salvation Army. If you consider reselling on Carousell, I sell my old clothes on Carousell.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, do you know what happens after you recycle the clothes? Like for example, if you donate to Salvation Army, right? Do you know where the clothes happen to go afterwards?
I think Salvation Army has a thrift store, so they resell the clothes there.
When I buy clothes, I would like to buy things that I will be able to rewear countless of times and be able to style them differently with different pieces here and there. So definitely I keep that in my mind whenever I buy pieces. And I believe that vintage pieces allow me to do that because I'm able to find good basic pieces with vintage and style them together and create different looks when I mix and match them. Ultimately, I believe that sustainable clothing is a great thing to keep in mind. However, it's definitely not possible for everybody, as it may be a bit unaffordable for some. But I believe that as and when we can, it's good to shop sustainably and to do our part as we're the youth in this generation and we are the future of, and we are building our own future right here.
I'm quite into slow fashion label, and I believe in long-lasting design. So I purchased because of long-lasting design and sustainability as well. My idea of slow fashion is actually based more on design. It's the material they use and the DNA of the brand itself, whether they are ethical in terms of labor supply as well. So I really look into what kind of brand story they are before I purchase the brand. Yeah.
So you're a person that does a lot of research
Yeah.
before you actually purchase something.
I really like Ewing Fisher. Ewing Fisher is actually a slow fashion label, a designer brand. Her style are more very minimalist, very basic, but the material that she used is very ethical because I'm still a student, so
Right.
material, yeah, they are definitely more expensive. It's like not that affordable, but I believe like if you buy, like that's the least we can do now. Like you just support local.
Why do I buy vintage? I guess vintage items have more like unique designs. Um, yeah, I guess that's mostly it. Like I like to wear and find clothes that are more unique, are not so basic. I don't know, but yeah.
So there's some people like arguing that buying like secondhand and vintage automatically makes you having sustainable practices. What do you think about it?
I disagree because I'm sure there are also people who buy vintage, but then they only wear it once or twice, and then they like give it away or sometimes throw it away. And I feel like a part of like sustainability or like slow fashion is to get an item you really like and wear it and really make use of it. Like extend the life of it, like yeah, I guess extend the life of that clothing, or like yeah, make full use of the clothing. I don't just wear it a few times or a few fits for a few pictures and then throw it away.
Do you personally like have any sustainable practices you engage in?
I guess I make my own stuff. So for example, like I like to crochet, so I make my own bags sometimes, my own beanies, my own clothes, and then I guess that's a way for me to not contribute to fast fashion. I guess like when you're out buying stuff, make sure that you're getting something that will really be a staple in your closet. Like make sure that you can wear it at least more than a few times. Think of outfits that you can wear it with, and like don't just throw it away when you're done.
So I just did an interview for Xingxuan for her school about sustainability practices, which is the whole point of doing today's video. So it's my turn to ask, do you have like any sustainable practices?
I guess one thing that I think is sustainable in my terms is when picking out an outfit, right? Or like maybe just picking out like a singular item. I feel like it's best if like you can think of, oh, what can I do with like one piece of article? Like what can I do with one piece of garment? Can I like create like 10 outfits, or can I only like use it once and then I wouldn't know what to do with it anymore? Because you know people don't like to reuse outfits. So I guess you have to think about the longevity of that piece of item. I kind of want to cut out fast fashion completely, so I just try to use items that I already have in store, as in my closet. So just a few basics, and then see what you can do with it. Get a few like unique items, and then just create like new outfits by itself. I think a lot of the times, like you mentioned just now, that there is still a misconception when it comes to like sustainability and buying thrift stores. So I think it's more of like I feel that people in general should just be a bit more conscious of what they are buying. Because I know that on a large scale, not a lot can be done. Because people already have this mindset like it's just we have to buy stuff to fill our needs. It's just a very materialistic culture that we live in. But I guess if we are a bit more conscious about the things that we are buying, think about like actual needs and not just like wants.
I am by no means an activist or advocate about the topic since I still produce my own garments, I still use plastic, and I'm definitely not the most sustainable person you'd ever know. But I do believe in reporting both sides of the story since nowadays most articles cite vintage and second-hand fashion to be the solution for sustainable fashion. But I believe this is not the case since there are some downsides as mentioned by interviewees in the video. But in my opinion, it is impossible to be fully sustainable as long as capitalism is a thing. But we still can try our best to put in our efforts and do our part.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell.
Unsubscribe, do not share, and do
Dislike.
not dislike also. Yeah, give it a thumbs down if you hate this video.